What's up, boxing fans? This is really sad about Edwin Valero and how he hung himself with, his sweatpants or whatnot. It's just pretty sad and really unfortunate that something like this would happen. I just got pretty much the little wrap up of his funeral from when he was a child to him just boxing, period. Okay, let me break this down. Edwin Valero's death was in Caracas, Venezuela. He was 28 years old. He was one of the best boxers of all time, one of the greatest lightweights of all time. He was 27 and 0 with 27 knockouts. 27 knockouts. Former WBA champion of the world and WBC lightweight champ of the world. He was moving up in weight before the unfortunate events happened in his life. Pretty much he was looking for a new challenge. He always wanted to face Manny Pacquiao. That was his dream. It's really unfortunate he was killed. I mean, he killed himself or whatnot. His wife, you know, pretty much was trying her hardest to help Edwin, but Edwin ended up, supposedly killing her. Stabbed her 3 times, and he was covering her blood before the authorities could get to him and get to her. And he just turned himself in and said he did it, he did it. In my eyes, personally, I don't think Edwin Valero did it, but that's just me. And I will get back to you on that with a response video of why I don't think he did it. But anyways, back up. He had a lot of demons. He had too many people that act like that with his friend, but they really wasn't his friend, because a real friend wouldn't have let him even get close to getting to that level. If he had any cocaine issues, which he did, and alcohol issues, they should at least try to help him, even though he's been doing it pretty much his whole life. Um, let's see here. I mean, his demons really caught up with him in jail that Sunday, hours after he admitted that he stabbed his wife at dawn, Sunday, April the 18th. April the 19th, early in the morning, he had, hung himself. And all the guys in the prison and jail cells was banging on the wall so hard, saying that we don't care what happened to you or what you did, you're still a champion. Edwin was once a nice guy, but he had lots of issues that he needed help with. There's no excuse for that. That's sad, and no one tried to help him when he needed it the most. He was addicted to cocaine, drinking. He was from the slums, or should I say the hood of Venezuela. He was brought by his familia to a gym where he once trained. And before his body was buried by a near cemetery, it took place in southwest Venezuela in a small town. A little about his childhood. He started doing drugs at a very young, tender age of 12, and then he decided he wanted to box. There were some days he didn't eat or sleep because of the cocaine addiction. His wife was 24 years of age, Jennifer Carolina Vieira. Um, let's see here. At his funeral, they shouted out "Champion, champion, champion, champion" from a caravan of motorcycles and cars. It's just crazy how this guy was respected in the country of Venezuela. They really loved him. He had a tattoo that was real famous too, that people really noticed him by, of Hugo Chavez on the right side of his chest. And he had, the flag and all the colors and stuff, because he was real proud of his country. The car that accompanied the hearse carrying the coffin, a Venezuelan flag was draped over it. He was so proud of his president and his country. He was a hero in his country. In 2008, he had reports of domestic violence towards his mother and sister, but overall, he was a good person. When it really came down to it, he really loved his kids and loved family. He received a cerebral hemorrhage in his motorcycle accident in 2001. most boxing jurisdictions had refused to grant him a boxing license because of his brain injury and the brain trauma that it takes. They don't want you in boxing rings most of the time, but that's how he wanted, to make his living. And he could not get, the license in most parts of America and other places, so he pretty much only boxed in Japan for a long, long, long time and trained there. He never stopped training. And if you look on YouTube, he's knocked out so many people in dramatic and impressive fashion. He was a slick southpaw who had a aggressive fighting style. And very, very, very flashy guy. It's just crazy. He had a metal plate in his head too. That's another reason why they didn't know if they wanted him to box, in America or whatnot, and give him his license. And Boxer's last fight was in Mexico against Mexico's prospect Antonio DeMarco in February 2009. Valero had visions of fighting Manny Pacquiao one day. Like, that was his dream fight. He always wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. And he said that one of his last press conferences when he had made that statement, he knocked out his first 18 opponents in the first round. Very impressive. I don't think anybody done that since who, like Tyson or somebody. But anyways, moving on. It's just real sad. Farewell, Valero, who needs to be left here known for the love that he had for boxing, the love that he had for his kids, and the love that he had for his wife. Like I said, I really do not think he killed his wife. He loved his wife very much, no matter if he was on cocaine or alcohol or not. I feel sorry, and my condolences go out to his family and his kids. The kids did not deserve for their mother and their father to be gone so quickly right next to each other. Like, that's just nuts. Valero said he was going to a rehab in Cuba but lost his passport. He said he was on the next flight, but then the flight had got passed up. It was on Saturday he was going to go to before that Sunday, which his wife had died. His children were 9 and 5 years old, and they have been taken by one of the boxer's sisters after the mother and the father have died. His last words, and I quote, "Now I've messed up for real. I'll never be able to see my daughter again." So yeah, it's really unfortunate. Edwin Valero, had suicidal tendencies, they said before, and it's just real sad that no one tried to help him and help out with his addictions, his demons that happened. So yeah, this is Ant signing off. You guys tell me what you think.